Welcome into another edition of Tech Talks, everyone. I'm Andy Demetra. Exciting week for Georgia Tech volleyball. The annual match at McCamus Pavilion this Friday as Georgia Tech takes on the Georgia Bulldogs, 7 o'clock first serve. And we welcome on to Tech Talks your head coach of the Yellow Jackets, Michelle Collier. Michelle, great to catch up with you again. How are you?
Hey, Andy, good. Thanks for having me here.
You know, you have a young team, and that is putting it mildly. 12 newcomers, 9 freshmen, and you haven't exactly babied them with your non-conference schedule. About a month into the season, though, what have you learned about your young group?
Yeah, no, just really excited about this group. Great group of kids. They work hard. We really have challenged ourselves this preseason. I mean, we've played, 4 teams that are now in the top 25. We really were able to expose, and we're exposed to our strengths and our weaknesses. It's definitely been a growing path for us here over this last couple of weeks, and I'm just really excited to get to know more about our players, get to know more about our teams, figure things out as we start to develop and we start to, kind of transition into conference season. Our goal was to be the best that we can by the end of this preseason, and I really think that we have committed to that and challenged ourselves to that. So we're just really excited about our ceiling and the direction that we're going.
Well, young or not, you turned a lot of heads when you rolled into West Lafayette, Indiana, and knocked off a ranked Purdue team on their home court. How did that match give a snapshot to Georgia Tech fans and to the rest of the ACC, the ceiling of this team and what they can be capable of?
Yeah, no, I think that was a great match, great playing environment. Obviously a team with a lot of tradition and history, and we knew we were going to be challenged. But we really stepped up. I think that we played a very balanced match, and it showed us that when everybody's working, at all cylinders, that we can really compete with anybody in the country. So I think that it's been exciting. I think that's the type of scheduling that we have moving forward. Every match we can lose or we can we can win. There will be no given match for us. We'll have a chance against the top teams, and we'll have to execute against the teams that were considered to be better. So it's that constant pressure, always finding that consistency and that type of performance. And I think that this is what preseason's for. And I think that we really maximize that. I'm excited. I'm excited about the ceiling. I mean, I think that we show that we can play with the best, but we also show that we can be, really weak in moments. So what team do we want to be? How do we want to attack every match? Those are all the things that we continue to develop. And I'm just looking forward to every day with this group for us to continue to get better.
The match at McCamus Pavilion has become a tradition now under direction of the Georgia Tech volleyball program. And we all know O'Keefe Gymnasium is such a fierce environment. You want to replicate that raucousness at Friday. Does it mean for your players and your staff that you can go into a place like McCamus Pavilion and really spotlight and showcase your program like that?
Well, it's really exciting. I mean, I think that we've done a great job growing over the years. There are a lot of players and people that have been involved that put a lot into this program. And it's cool. It's cool to be able to share it with the community. It's cool to be able to share it with a bigger supporting base and just kind of really show what we've been able to do and just how exciting this game is. Volleyball in general has been growing all over the country, and so to get us an avenue like playing in McCamish and playing in front of all these people. It's just really exciting. I think that we've earned that. I think that our program has grown a lot over the years, and it's exciting that we get a chance to play, one match, maybe a few more matches in the future out there. But we also love O'Keefe, so it's I think we kind of get the best of both worlds. We can do some matches over there, make sure we're able to share our team and our excitement about the game with a bigger part of the community. Get more students involved, get everybody to kind of see what Georgia Tech volleyball is all about, what the game of volleyball is all about, and then, be able to go back to O'Keefe and continue to sell out. So it's exciting. It's a privilege. We understand that for our players, for our staff to be able to play in that environment. Definitely very grateful for all the supporters and our community to continue to support our program. And we're excited for a great Friday night of volleyball.
Absolutely. Friday night, first serve, 7 o'clock. Get your tickets at McCamus Pavilion, presented by Delta, your Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets versus the Georgia Bulldogs. And Michelle, we really appreciate the time. Thanks so much for joining us here on Tech Talks.
Thanks for having me. See you Friday.